What's up, guys? This is Farmer, and we are doing a lesson right now. Day trading lesson. Day trading lesson on psychology. Because today, woohoo, oh boy, I got on the roller coaster today. And today we're going to talk about regaining focus after a large loss. Okay, this is important. If you do not regain your focus, you can get sucked into snowballs, bad trades, right? Emotional trading, revenge trading, right? It all means the same thing. It sucks you into losing a lot of money. Let's just get to the point. I lost a lot of money because I got sucked into it. And I got sucked back out of it by refocusing, but I broke max loss to do it. Okay. And we're going to I'm going to show the recording here. And basically, I got myself into a tizzy. Okay, let me pull this out of the way. All right. I got myself into a tizzy, meaning I got upset. My emotions were off even before the bell rang. Not good. Now, the reason behind me getting into a tizzy, it doesn't matter, right? The point is I got upset by something. And at that time, I wasn't fully aware of how upset I was. But right off into the market open, I was trading all right. Okay, so it's not like I was an idiot right out of the gates, but I was on thin ice emotionally. What happened was I was trading LGVN, and anyways, I was doing okay on it. And anyways, I take a bad trade and I lose. I go from green 600 on the day to down like 500. Okay, that happens. Oh, that happens. Where does that happen? I think right. Might have been right here, or one of these areas. I forgot where it was. I think it was LGVN. Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, yeah. And I take a loss and I get triggered. And so I double down and I go in for a big trade. Here it is. Now I remember what I did was I got in on a weak stock. Okay, rejection, rejection, rejection below VWAP. Okay, so that's strike one. Strike two, I took 10,000 shares right here at about 515. And this pops up to 521, bottoming tail green. I think it's going to snap over 522, 521. I'm in 10,000 shares, which is not managing risk well. That's really big size for not that great of a pattern. Okay. But it kind of looked like there's hope. Okay. But then it failed. Look at what happened. It first, and if we go down to the 15-second chart, let me zoom out here. So anyways, the lesson, I'm going to explain more, but this is sort of a recap for my nerd friends. Okay. So this is what happens. It goes up. I'm in 518, 5 whatever. It goes green. It looks like it's about to snap. Drops here, shakes, then drops really hard, 492. I stop out, and then I gear up for a big revenge trade as it falls through, and I go in for the false breakdown farmer setup. False breakdown farmer setup. It's one of my go-tos. Okay. And I load up 20,000 shares. A little bit late, but I'm in 20,000. Actually, about 20, a little more than 20,000 shares. Okay. Anyways, it pops up. I'm up $4,000 right here. And I'm like, praise the Lord. Guess what happens? Guess what happens? Well, you don't have to guess because it's right here on the chart. Look at what happens. I decide to hold it here because I'm in big. Because I did a revenge trade. It actually worked. I'm in big. I don't want to dump. I want this thing to fly. If it was to snap one more, it would have been an $10,000 winner. Okay. You can call it because of karma, because I was getting into a tizzy pre-market, talking about, some of the issues going on in the community. Okay. It could be that. I don't know. But anyways, I get smoked and now I'm down $5,000. Okay. And that's when I was well below max loss. I was down 5,000. I should have shut down. And I recommend all beginner traders shut down at this point, especially if you did that much of a big oof, right? Stock's downtrending. It's below VWAP. Yes, I had the right idea. The trade I'm not too upset about, right? The size I took, though, was too big. And that's why when I did take the loss, I was upset, right? First, this loss upset me. I got in too early. I get stopped out, lose a bunch of money. I jump back in, double the share size, right? 10,000 here. I go in 20,000 here. It does go green on me because I did buy in a logical dip, right? 50-50 is dip buying on steroids. And it did work. And then it failed. So again, I'm triggered. I was in a tizzy already because of other drama in the community. I am an absolute mess. 10 times out of 10, I would recommend shutting down right here. Okay, this is me talking right now. This is the lesson. This is the psychology. Okay. With that said, assuming you're not at max loss, assuming that you take a trade and you take a couple trades and you take a bigger loss, right? There is still hope to regain focus, although it's dangerous, right? Although it's dangerous. You can refocus, and that's exactly what I did. And what was the first step in refocusing? Somebody take a guess. What do you think I did? What do you think? What was the first step after I took a massive loss of 5,000? What was the first step? There's kind of two answers, right? Leave it in the comments. The answer is I stopped trading. Oh man, what a great idea. Okay, I stopped trading momentarily. And that's good. You're taking a pause because it's kind of how I got into this mess in the first place. I got it kind of at a bad trade, mismanaged my risk. I was like, oh, that was stupid. So I swung back harder. It was green and then I got smoked. So it wasn't really a bad trade, but it was a bad risk management. And it was also a revenge trade. A revenge trade. Not good. What made it a revenge trade? Well, the share size, the aggression, the speed at which I jumped into it. And a good thing I got smoked. Because if that had worked, and in another day it would have worked. So I don't want to hear people saying, oh, I looked at this and I looked at this indicator. On any other day, this could have worked. I'm telling you. Just the luck of the draw. Got smoked. It was good. Because it was a Hail Mary trade. Okay. But, okay, back to refocusing, because that's what this lesson's about. Refocusing after you take a loss. Okay, this is an extreme case. This is me blowing past max loss almost times 3. This is me doing not even barely 50-50. This is more so just revenge trading, Hail Mary trading, more pattern-based trading. It is something I've learned to adapt, but it's not, it's a hybrid of the 50-50, and I still consider it 50-50 because I do uniquely go for false breakdowns, and I almost look for them exclusively. And I tend to, I don't avoid the breakouts, but I think some people, their approach was only do breakouts, and I do it all here at Trading Farmer. I'll just say that. And I teach it all for free for the most part. Kind of, not really. Anyways, where was I? So anyways, I have my girlfriend drama. I got other drama. I got a lot of life things going on. So it was just a perfect storm today. I get emotionally compromised. I blow it out of the gates. I'm sucking real bad. Right. And I was talking I wasn't talking trash. I was speaking the truth, in my opinion, and I can back it up any day of the week. Some of it was my opinion. Okay. I was in a tizzy. But I was able to refocus. Like I'm doing right now in this educational video for you. I was able to refocus, one, by stopping trading. Stop trading and regain control. 9 times out of 10, if you have to do that, you should shut down. I did not. Okay. Second thing you do is lower your share size. Lower your share size. Lower your share size. I know it doesn't make sense. You take a big loss. Your first thought is double down. I'm going in bigger. All right. I just explained a situation where I did that and I got smoked on both ends. Okay. That's how it happens. And I got smoked big. Right. And so, some people don't struggle with this, but this is over time. I've just gotten very loose where if I'm angry, I know I got the money, I got the buying power. Let's go big or go home. And people love it. People love it on the stream. So it's just whole thing. It's just a perfect storm for me, right? I've done 50-50 and I've done it well and I've done it green every day. I've had green months. I've had, you know, I've made some money. Okay, I've done this a while. But that doesn't mean it's okay for me to be just running and gunning, revenge trading, taking the huge trades. Here's the recording of it, and it's just like my emotions were so high. And I'm just like, I'm hoping the big boys are walking it up. Prior to this, I was holding this trade for about 10 minutes. So I get into this trade, and look at I keep rewinding. I'm still in the trade. I held this trade forever. There's when I load in 25,000 shares. It immediately goes green. Guess what happens? It stalls out. Anyways, fast forward. Okay. Fast forward. It goes red on me. I took very little profit. It took a little bit, actually. That's smart. But at this point, I'm like, yeah, this thing's going to drop. And I was like, okay, just hold through the drop. It's probably going to rebound. But even still, I was shaking. You can see me. I'm like sniffing my hands. I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like praying a little bit. I'm just like, I'm thinking, I'm calculating in my head how much I'm going to lose. I'm just like, just give it. And so, was this lesson about refocusing and doing the right thing? So anyways, I take basically another revenge trade. Okay. So the point is what I'm doing here is not good, but I guess I'm reporting to you that I held it. I actually added, and then I started to just go off. I mean, I was talking, crazy stuff because the emotions were so high. Let's see. Well, so anyways, you can see I'm just it took forever. And yeah, I kept saying orgasm. Like I was just like out of my mind, which we did get. And so I started taking profit. I got bailed out of a red day. I went from down 5,000, 5,500 to down 1,300, actually less than 1,300, mainly because of that last revenge trade. But I never would have gotten to that point of taking that trade. I would have been down 30 grand already because that happened long after. That happened like 20, 30 minutes. I had traded, regained my focus, and instead of getting sucked into losing more money, I stayed small size and I waited and waited until there was a good opportunity. As simple as that. The opportunity was good. I took the big size because I really believed in it, but it got scary. But guess what? That day, I went against 50-50 rules. I said, I really believe in it, and I held it through the chop. I'm not saying it's the right thing. The main point of the story is I took some big losses. I identified why. I was able to regain composure by first stopping trading, going back, sometimes walking away from the computer, right? Doing stuff like that can help you regain focus. Okay. And so what I did today was not right. What I did right was regain my focus and my composure. Okay. That last trade I took it out of, I wasn't really emotionally compromised in that moment. And I did take a well thought out trade that I did wait for. And it shook around, but because I did so much thinking about it, because I did planning, because I didn't rush into it, it gave me the confidence to hold it. And I was able to pull away with a small red day and what was a big red day. Now, again, on another day, this dangerous type of trading, this below VWAP style, it can get you in trouble. It can get you in trouble. So what's the takeaways? How to regain focus, right? Don't get yourself upset before the market even opens. And if you do not be nose blind to it. Be aware of it so that you can lower size. Not necessarily not trade. Usually it's just lowering size to where it's like you're still in the game, you're still catching some trades, but you're not at risk of going through the ice, right? I was already on thin ice. I wasn't aware of it. I got smoked. Okay, I should have shut down. And I did a revenge trade to even get to where I got smoked. So that should have never happened in the it all never should have happened. And it comes back down to your emotions. Okay. And I know there's a lot. I'm kind of going back and forth, and hopefully you're learning a little bit of something. Okay. I didn't do a lot of planning for this video. This is kind of for the hardcore people that are, really want to listen to me talk. And I think they're going to benefit from it if they struggle with the psychology. I still struggle with psychology to this day, obviously, clearly. I mean, luckily I have developed now a support network within Trading Farmer, and I hope you guys are doing the same, talking to people, making friends. That way you can call them up on your red days, talk about it. I dodged a bullet today. I played with fire, but I did execute strategies that you guys can execute daily. And I do execute daily. This was an extreme case. This was playing with fire. This was showboating. This was desperation. This was karma, whatever you want to call it. This was a divine day. A very divine day. Okay. And yes, I did give it that extra pause on purpose. All right. So if you made it this far in the video, I need you guys, please, please, please get loud, get in the comments, and just at least tell us you're here. Tell us what I said today that didn't make sense. Tell me what I said that's wrong, that you disagree with. Okay. For warning you, if you get into an argument with me, I can just be a real bear to get rid of if you get me fired up. And if you get me in a tizzy, I start, I'm mostly normal, mostly as most people are, so anyways, that's my video. I appreciate the likes, the comments. And with that said, I think that's it. That's the recap for the day. Went from 5,400 red to only 1,400 red. I'll take it. Got to tighten things up though. Especially if I'm going to be talking, all this big game. Got to tighten things up, and it's you guys know it. My family, my friends know it, because I'm the first to confess that I have these rules, which I know I can follow. I've been doing this a while, and don't get me started. I'm going to get into a tizzy. I'm going to get into a freaking tizzy. But I've been on YouTube putting my trades out live, and I've been doing it for a while now. Who else has? There is someone else that has, but there's also a story there. Okay, whatever. No one cares. With that said, guys, I will catch you in the next video. Peace.